What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, currently, do Arsenal have the best midfield in the Premier League? And the answer is no. We can't. We are just 2 games into the season, guys. We're just 2 games, and there's already this buzz around saying Arsenal has the best midfield in the Premier League. It's not possible. That's a big disrespect to Kevin De Bruyne. It's a big disrespect to Rodri. It's a very big disrespect to Phil Foden. Like, for you to be in that conversation, it means you've done the Premier League as a group of midfielders. You've gone on to win titles, not just once, like twice, major titles like the Premier League and the Champions League, and that is why midfielders like Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets were considered as one of the best midfielders to play together. Casemiro, Modric, Cruz, same thing. Makelele, Balak, Lampard, Essien, that era is the same thing. So for you to be in that conversation, and all these guys I've mentioned, they went on to do big things. They went on to do great things by winning major titles like the Premier League and the Champions League. So right now, for Arsenal, saying Arsenal has the best midfield in the Premier League is just too far. Too far. A big disrespect to Man City, a team that just won the treble, a team that's been winning the Premier League on a constant basis. Like, it's a we shouldn't be even be having this conversation. Yes, this week they played very well against Palace. Give credit where credit is due. Partey, who plays right back, comes into the midfield. Good player. Odegaard was excellent that day. Declan Rice, superb. Harvard, they all did well. They did well. But saying because of just that game, and maybe because they've won 2 games in a row, they are the best midfield in the Premier League. No, they are not. I can just say they are much of a balanced midfield. Midfielders that understand themselves. And they are not, if we are being honest, they are not world class players. Arsenal have no world class players as midfielders. They are just good players with good potential and quality to be world class players. Chelsea have other teams to have a balance. Like can other teams, their midfield are balanced. Except maybe Manchester United that is just struggling a bit because midfield issue with the introduction of Mason Mount, which I feel Eriksen, Casemiro, Bruno would have been a better balance because that worked for them last season. Chelsea have brought in Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. It looks like a balanced midfield. Liverpool has brought in Saboslai, McAllister, and Endo as well. So it's looking like all these teams too are having like much of a balanced midfield, but I don't think they have the best midfield. Liverpool don't have the best midfield. They used to at one point in time used to have one of the best midfield in the Premier League, but they don't have currently. They don't. Chelsea currently don't have the best midfield. Um, Manchester United have the best, and it's the same thing with Arsenal. I just feel it's much of a balanced midfield for Arsenal. It's like same because Spurs won against Manchester United, and the fact that Sa, Bissouma, and Madison were excellent on that day because they busted that midfield. Automatically, Spurs has the best midfield in the Premier League, and that's what it seems like because Arsenal played well against Palace. They did a very good job because there were 10 men on the pitch. They had a red card, so they have the best midfield in the Premier League. No, we can't just 2 games into the season. 2 games into the season. It takes 6 games to go. This Arsenal group of midfielders will need to go and win major titles. Premier League, Champions League, winning the FA Cup or Carabao Cup or qualifying for the Champions League. It won't consider them to that won't cut it for them. They need to go on and win major titles. Premier League, Champions League. The players are good. The players are good, but they are not in that Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva conversation. They are not. They are not. Man City has the best midfield in the Premier League, and this is because they've done big things. They've won big major titles on a constant basis. So with just 2 games into the season already saying Arsenal has the best midfield in the Premier League, it's much of a balanced midfield. I would say it's much of a midfield that is balanced so far for now. One of the teams that have a balanced midfield. We're even forgetting Newcastle United. Newcastle has balanced midfield as well. So I would say it's one of the teams that have Arsenal is one of the teams that have their midfield well organized, just like the other teams. But saying the best in the Premier League, currently the best midfield in the Premier League is Manchester City. Because using 2 games to give Arsenal the best midfield in the Premier League and disrespecting a team that done the treble, it's wild to me. It's crazy and wild to me. Very crazy and wild to me. Arsenal fans should be excited. Yes, they have players that have potential, quality. They can make things happen for them. But saying they are the best midfielders currently in the Premier League because you got Declan Rice, no, they are not in that conversation yet. Those group of players need to show us why they are the best. Why? If they say they are the best, then go out and prove everybody why you are. Go and win the major titles. Win the Champions League. Win the Premier League. Do it again. Because Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, they did it not once, twice. Modric, Kroos, they did it over and over. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, when we had Gundogan, it was the same thing. Winning Premier League over and over. So they need to go out there and do it on a constant basis. Then we can start having that conversation as, oh yes, this is actually the best midfield in that conversation. But for now, I just feel Arsenal has a balanced midfield. One of the teams with the most balanced midfield in the Premier League and not the best midfield in the Premier League. The best midfield in the Premier League is Manchester City. Thank you very much, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Just put your comments and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.